Hey, what's going on guys? My name is Nort and I am so excited to get into this video because it's been 1,600 and how many days? 13, 14 days? It's been a long time though guys, well over 4 years, and I might just have the answer to the Mt Chiliad Mural for you guys today. And I know what you guys are thinking. I've done a few of these videos in the past. Yes, I have to admit I have, but I only do these videos when I get these theories, when I get these ideas, when I get these speculations which do actually sound concrete. And today is one of those days because I only make these videos when I feel they can knock the previous theory straight out of the water, and this video, it's knocked them all out of the water, like every single one of them, because what I'm going to tell you guys today is what the Mt Chiliad Mural means, what I honestly think it means as well, or at least what I honestly think most of it means, and I want you guys to decide in the comment section below as well exactly whether you agree or disagree with me, because I honestly think by the time you guys watch this video, because you do need to watch the entire thing, by the time you watch this video, you're going to be like, hey, yeah, I think this is the answer as well, because it's amazing, and what I have to show you guys today is just, it's so in-depth, it's incredible, and every single point makes sense, every single one of them, and it's not just like, okay, I'll let that pass, it's like, yes, that makes sense, why did no one find this earlier? And I want to say a huge thank you to Apache03 on Reddit. I will leave a link to him in the description below. He's the person who actually came up with this. It's an amazing theory, and he was just getting bored. He was looking at all of these theories thinking, okay, that's pretty cool, but I don't think it's real. And it's people like those who come up with the best theories in GTA 5, and what he has done is cracked the entire Mt Chiliad Mural. And people are like praising him on Reddit, like, damn, dude, this is the answer. Like, people who have been following this for years are praising this guy. So let's just go over to the mural and let me get straight into this. But before we get into this, I just want to ask you to drop a like on this video. That would of course be absolutely amazing. I don't want to speak to you now, Lamar. I'm recording a video, so I will call you back later. So what I want to show you guys is the Mt Chiliad Mural, and I want you guys just to spend a few seconds, you know, just a few seconds thinking about what this mural could mean. And if you guys want to pause this video and comment in the comments section below what you think it means, feel free to do so. And in a few seconds, I'm going to reveal exactly what I honestly think this means and what Apache came up with on Reddit as well. So yeah, I'll give you guys 5 seconds, and if you guys are correct, I'll make sure to reply to as many of you guys as possible. But 3, 2, 1. Okay, so just bringing up Apache's theory, we're going to be taking a look at all of the boxes on the Mt Chiliad Mural, the ones with the X marked in the middle of them. We're not going to be taking a look at the UFO or the egg or the jetpack. I think they're to do with the DLCs, and Rockstar Games are just telling us on what's to come, because we know the jetpack comes from inside Mt Chiliad. We know the UFO is on top of Mt Chiliad. I'm not too sure what the egg means yet. Maybe we'll find out very, very soon. But what we're going to do... And what is that like? It just went really dark. But what we're going to do is change the time over to the middle of the night so it's light again. But the first thing I want to talk to you guys about is what the mural actually means. And for years we've been trying to go into theories, we've been trying to overlay it on so many different things on the map. But the reason why this isn't an exact overlay of Mt Chiliad on the map is because of one specific thing. This is because this entire thing is a 3D drawing. So if you were to place the mountain, Mt Chiliad, it would go in the middle of the drawing. So you would have boxes on one side, boxes on the other side, and the entire thing would be 3D. It's really difficult to imagine, but it is definitely 3D. That's the reason why none of us have really succeeded 100% with overlaying the entire mural over the mountain, because it's an entire 3D concept. It's like a sock. You would put the mountain in the middle of the sock, and the mural would be the sock surrounding it, if that makes sense. And the reason why we know this, and the reason why Apache proposed this, is because there's also 5 glyphs around Mt Chiliad. I will show you guys these glyphs very, very shortly. And as you guys can see, there's 5 different boxes around this mural. And if we actually take a look at the placement of these boxes, you will notice there's 3 on the west side, there's 1 on the north side, and there's 1 on the southern side. And if we take a look at the glyphs, there's 3 on the western side, there's 1 on the northern side, and there's 1 on the southern side. And these are all the compass directions facing from the mountain. So let's just go over to one of the glyphs, and let's start getting straight into this. But so far, it looks pretty promising because it's concrete evidence. Like, it's still a theory, but it's concrete evidence. And it doesn't end there, guys. No way, no way it doesn't end there, because what we're going to do is now decode all of the boxes, and I'm going to tell you guys exactly what I believe they mean. And once again, just a huge thank you to Apache. He does actually decode this going clockwise from top left, so I believe we're starting off with that box, that box, that box, that box, and that box. So let's go over to the glyph on this side, which is actually the Raine Glyph. So what I've done is spent the past 20 minutes just going through all of these, marking down every single one of these glyphs. They are so difficult to find, but if you guys want to know exactly where they are in this exact location. So what we're going to do is go top left clockwise. I think that's the route we were doing. So let me just quickly get my bearings once again. Oh no! Yes, okay, as you guys can see, I've just teleported straight over to it. And this one is the first one we're going to take a look at. And this is the Raine Glyph. And this is one of 5 glyphs around Mount Chiliad. It's located on the western front of the mountain. As you guys can see, there's southern, 3 western, and 1 northern. So yeah, as you guys can see, this is the Raine Glyph. Now, what Papachi is proposing is something extremely simple. What is that bird doing? It's just like flying into the mountain. I guess that's one way of going up, but what we're going to do is decode all of these glyphs, and what's being proposed is that all of these glyphs are telling us what to do in order to find this UFO at the end of GTA 5, at the end of campaign, on top of Mount Chiliad. So, 1, come here when it's raining. As you guys can see, the all-seeing eye raining, so it needs to be raining. Let's go over to the next location as we keep going around. The next one I believe we're going to take a look at is the Zigzag Glyph, which is this one right here. So let's teleport over there. So number 1, we know it has to be raining. Number 2, the one which has confused so many of us in the past, is that we have to be at the top of Mount Chiliad. There's the path, and we have to be at the top of Mount Chiliad in order to see what the Easter egg is at the end of GTA 5. Loads of people, including myself, have mixed this up with a radio tower. It still could be a radio tower, but using this theory, it makes so much sense that Rockstar Games are just trying to tell us to go to the top of Mount Chiliad. Go to the top of Mount Chiliad when it's raining. And then, of course, if we go over to the next one, which is the southern-faced glyph, I think it's right over here. So the southern-faced one, as you guys can see, the moon. So the moon means we have to come here at nighttime. So it needs to be raining, we need to come to the top of Mount Chiliad, and it needs to be nighttime. We're setting the scene for this UFO at the top of Mount Chiliad. I just want to have a break here because I've just found something. I've literally been editing this video, and I just looked at this thinking, how did I not notice this when I was recording this video? But if you guys take a look above the moon, you will notice there's 3 vertical lines, and most of us, in fact, I would say almost all of us, would assume that these 3 lines are just kind of like connectors between the moon and the eye. But if you guys pay attention to this, you will realize that these 3 lines are tally marks. Rockstar Games are trying to tell us to go to the top of Mount Chiliad when it's raining at nighttime at 3 a.m. That's what those tally marks are, 3 a.m. at nighttime. Let's go over to the next one, guys, and notice how all of them are kind of like connected to the all-seeing eye, which is on top of Mount Chiliad. So they're all trying to tell us that if you want to see the all-seeing eye, you need to do this. It needs to be nighttime. If you want to see the eye, you need to make sure you're at the top of Mount Chiliad. If you want to see the eye, you need to make sure it's raining as well. Let's go over to the next one, and what he believes is that you need 100% completion or else you won't see it. Hence why Rockstar Games haven't given you anything underneath it. There's nothing there. Nothing at all. If we go over to the next glyph, which is the one right here, let's go over to this one. I think this one is worn as well, so Rockstar Games are just trying to tell us that, yeah, you need to complete 100% or else you won't see it, so this one is worn as well. And the last one, of course, you guys probably have seen this, is the eye underneath the decking. It's the red eye, the one which is above the moon, the rain, the top of Mount Chiliad, and of course, next to it, it says, come back when your story is complete. So just looking at everything I've just shown you guys, one glyph says, make sure it's raining if you want to see the eye. Another one says, make sure you go to the top of Mount Chiliad if you want to see the eye. Another one says, make sure it's nighttime if you want to see the eye. And the other 2 are worn out because they could just be place marks for the mural, or they could just be telling us that we need to do 100% campaign if we want to see whatever we want to see. And of course, the final glyph underneath here is the eye, and it says, come back when your story is complete. So it does make sense, and if we actually mark all of these things out and put it over the mural in a 3D drawing, they do actually fit. So what we're going to do is, of course, make sure all of the conditions are met. So let's do nighttime, let's make sure it's thunder and lightning as well, and of course, let's make sure it's 3 a.m. And what we're going to do now is quickly climb on this. I don't actually think I have 100% on this game. I think I have so many other things to do, so I can't actually do this myself. I just realized. I don't have 100% in this game. But of course, as you guys will know, when you do have 100%, you will see the UFO on top of Mount Chiliad. And that's basically the entire thing I wanted to show you guys in today's episode, because it's a pretty concrete theory, and he does actually go through so many other things in this Reddit post as well. But something I recommend all of you guys do, especially if you are interested in mysteries and if you're interested in Easter eggs and stuff, is go and check out Papachi's Reddit post. What I just told you guys was the main part of it, but he does actually go into depth on so many other categories of Easter eggs and mysteries in GTA 5. And I gotta say, guys, this piece of work is insane, and it does make sense from top to bottom. Every single part of this makes sense, is concrete, and I am fully behind this one theory. But if you guys agree or if you guys don't agree, let me know in the comments section below. I would love to know your thoughts about this. But either way, guys, I just think it's awesome, and so many parts of this make sense, and the entire thing just makes sense to me. So if you guys did enjoy today's episode, be sure to smash that thumbs up button. That would of course be absolutely amazing. And of course, guys, I recommend you do subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on awesome stuff like this on a daily basis. And let me know in the comments section below anything else you would like to see me do on my channel. And you never know, guys, your idea might make it into another video. But guys, thank you so much for watching. My name is Nort, and until next time, stay absolutely awesome. I'll see you guys in the next video.